Welcome to the playoffs. We're here at St. Joseph's School in beautiful Dryden, Ontario for the first round best-of-5 series between all 8 teams. The first 2 games are behind us, and we've got for you live the Whalers versus the Swarm. Coming up after that, it's the Wheat Kings taking on the Stealth. Let's head down to the studio with Mr. Norino and Mr. Stansfield. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game of the Week. I'm Mr. Norino.
And I'm Mr. Stansfield, filling in for Mr. Skillen, who is on a beach somewhere.
Lucky for him, it's very cold here, but we've got some fantastic action. We're ringside right now, getting ready for the Whalers to take on the Swarm in Game 1 of the first round of the playoffs.
And the Wheat Kings and the Stealth are to follow, but we have no time to waste, so let's get to the action.
And we're here for the start of the Sanders Cup Playoffs 2017. Whalers taking on the Swarm. Curtis winning the draw, shot right off the face-off, and the puck coming back deep into the Whalers' end. So what do you think for this game, Mr. Stansfield?
Oh, you know what? I'm just excited for this game because it's the first game of the Sanders Cup. What an exciting time for these kids, for us. I'm just enjoying being a part of it.
Absolutely. It is exciting. We've got a huge crowd on hand today and a big chunk of the puck out of the audience. Somebody forgot the rule, just, hammer it right to the ground so that it is a completely impartial ball from out of bounds. We're going back deep into the Whalers' end for a face-off. Our guest referee today, we've got Aiden Butts of Team Success, actually.
Team Success with a 4-0 victory over the Cruisers. Aiden actually had a shutout. Him and Don Sherry have a little bit of a tiff going on right now. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Gotta respect the shutout. I know that Don isn't much of a goalie guy, but If you've got a position where you play it like Aiden and you grind and you're aggressive, then that should have a little bit more respect from Don. I don't know.
Absolutely, I 100% agree.
So I think with scoreless here already a couple of minutes in, be a good opportunity to talk a little bit about our ongoing sweepstakes. What have you got for us, Mr. Stansfield?
We have the $1 Million Score and Win, and this week is Les Piché.
That's right, Mr. Piché, if Curtis scores 24 goals in one game, which is known to happen. Before we had Game of the Week on, he did score 25 goals in one game against an empty net. So 24 goals in one game, that could be $1 million check in your mailbox.
I could totally see him doing it too. He's a beast out there. Looks
like Don Cherry's favorite player is not dressed today. What's up with that, Mr. Stansfield?
I think he's hurt.
No, sorry. There's a big snipe by Liam Skillen. Big snipe, first of the game. Swarm unexpectedly taking the lead here about halfway through the game. By his favorite player, I do mean Caitlin Vieryoki.
Oh yes, Caitlin Vieryoki. She is. I think she's a little sick, as I was told.
Well, that's unfortunate. They really would miss her shot here, especially now that they're down 1-0 to the Whalers. Whalers and the Swarm usually facing each other. It's a pretty common matchup throughout the year here. So what are the places of the teams that we've got playing right now, Mr. Stansfield?
We have the Whalers seated 2nd, and the Swarm are 7th.
And the 7th place team, underdog, coming out storming with Liam Skillen getting that first goal only a few moments ago. Over halfway through the game, and looks like we've got our first goal by Curtis. Curtis sniping one home past goalie Tegan Zachary.
And there's another one. That's Curtis Vieryoki, or Verkoki, as Don would like to say.
Yeah, somebody's got to get him, I don't know, some sort of see and say or speak and spell or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. But, that's a big goal. Get them back to even, and now they can see what they can do here. They need the next one.
Dumped it way deep into the Swarm end here. Followed, looks like, who's number 7? I think number 7 is Colby. Not 100% sure. Probably should have written that down. That's okay. It's been a very busy week here on Game of the Week, our first 2-game back-to-back. And as you know, Coach's Corner coming at you in just a couple of minutes. What can we expect from Coach's Corner today, Mr. Stansfield?
I think I was told that Aiden Butts was interviewed about Don Cherry's comments, and he's not happy about it. I'll tell you that.
As you know, last week on the premiere of Coach's Corner, Don Cherry throwing a little bit of shade at Aiden Butts with the comparisons of Butts and his longtime favorite player, Bobby Orr.
Yeah, he didn't like the comparison at all. I can't really blame him either. I mean, really, there's no one really that does compare to Bobby Orr, in my opinion.
I would agree with you there. Some of these players have a lot of heart, and that's going to come out, especially in these playoffs, because right now you've got to leave it all on the court if you want to take home that Kathy Sanders trophy at the end of a long, grueling playoff run.
Absolutely. And this game here, the first game, is a huge game. It sets the tone for the rest of the series.
And with less than a minute to play, we're tied up here. Oh my goodness, who buried that one? Was that Ryder? I believe that, yes it was. Ryder Paquette with his first goal of the playoffs here.
That's a huge, huge goal for the Swarm, who the underdogs are so far in the lead.
And we're still, obviously, Curtis answers back right away. Huge game-tying goal here. And could we go to a shootout? Who knows? More updates for you from the league.
Well, the Bruins defeated the Lumberjacks by a score of, we don't know.
But it looks like the Whalers are about to defeat the Swarm here, and they've done it. What a comeback. Holy smokes. That was fantastic. We've got Coach's Corner coming up for you right away.
Coach's Corner with Don and Ron. Brought to you by Mallin's Promotional Clothing and Products. Locally owned, locally produced.
Welcome to Coach's Corner with Ron and Don. Don, gotta say I'm a little disappointed this week. I've never seen you wear a suit for 2 weeks in a row.
Yes, and I don't even have a tie on. I don't think somebody's paying the heating bills in here. It's freezing in this place. But anyway, you're right. I'm wearing this for one reason. Our producer, he got some twits on his Twitter account.
Tweets.
What?
Tweets.
Tweets?
Tweets. Twitter, and then they tweet.
You're a tweet. Twit.
Oh.
Whatever. Anyway, he got some tweets on his Twitter account, and people are saying that I'm promoting violence in hockey. I'm not promoting.
Sorry, we don't have a lot of time. You said that last week. I did kind of warn you a little bit about.
You warned me.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? We'll move on. Let's get Aiden Butts. So you had some pretty harsh words for Aiden Butts last week when we were comparing him to Bobby Orr. Well, let's take a look here.
I'm sure when the young Butts kid goes out there, he's got to be told what to do. Is he a good player? Is he that good? Is he Orr? Nobody's Orr. Anyway, what's next?
He's good. So that's what you had to say about Aiden Butts. Now I got a chance to catch up with Aiden earlier in the week, and I got to tell you, he wasn't too happy about your comments. You know what? Well, we'll just take a look at what he had to say. Kind of a rebuttal. Well, let's take a look. Hi, we're here with Aiden Butts. Aiden, last week we had some harsh comments from Don when comparing you to Bobby Orr. He wasn't happy about it. You're not happy about his comments.
Well, his comments were pretty harsh, you know. I think he could have just lightened up a little bit. Made me feel pretty bad about myself after that. But at the same time, it was pretty funny. I was watching it with my friends, and then we all just started laughing. But then after that, kind of thought about it, and I was like, it's pretty harsh.
Do you think he knows what he's talking about?
Oh, not at all. I'm an all-star goalie, you know. Just amazing, and he's dissing me.
There you have it, Aiden Butts. What do you think?
Did I not hear him say he was an all-star goaltender? The kid doesn't even know what position he's playing. First of all,
And you know,
I know that Orr knew exactly what to do out there. This guy doesn't even know if he's a goaltender or a defenseman. What is he?
in his defense,
What is he?
in his defense,
Oh.
he does play a little bit of goalie and a little bit of defense, and they say he's a fantastic goalie as well. So,
Well, he better find a position, because if he's a good player, he'll find a position. But what is he? Is he a defenseman? Is he a goalie? Is he Bobby Orr? He's not Bobby Orr. Anyway, what do we got next?
we'll get moving. So last week, during filming of the game, the ball came and it hit the camera, square on. Camera's busted, and you're concerned that it's going to go beyond that, and then that somebody's going to get hurt.
Well, I watch these games. You know, I'm always watching those games. I'm watching those kids nonstop. But around that gym, there's no protection for those kids. Somebody is going to get hurt. Mark my words. You heard it here first on Coach's Corner. Somebody's going to get hurt against that wall. There is no protection. There's no mats. I don't know who the dunderhead is who took those mats down. They need to be back on that wall. Somebody's going to get hurt. That's the way it is.
Well, and somebody did get hurt today.
I told ya.
But a spectator got a ball in the arm. Say they weren't paying attention.
In the stands?
Yeah.
You kids out there, you make sure you're watching that play. As soon as you look away, you never know what could happen. Hockey is such a fast game. Things happen just like that. Keep your eye on the game. Keep your eye on the ball. You'll be safe. What do we got next?
Playoffs. So playoffs started today with Team Success, Bruins, and the Whalers all getting a W in the first round of the playoffs here. You know, everyone's wondering, who's your pick? Who's it going to be this year?
Well, you know that those kids I like, those Verkoki kids from Thunder Bay, the Finlanders.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, are they on the Whalers?
Yes.
They're on the Whalers. Well, I heard they won today.
They won.
They won today. They had a good comeback.
Big comeback.
Big comeback, yes.
Back down 3 goals, actually.
And Curtis Verkoki, he had a good game.
Scored the game winner.
Of course he did.
Yeah. And that
Of course
was your
he
pick.
did.
That was your pick last week, right?
I told you.
Yeah.
You heard it here. I told you. That Verkoki boy, he's going to go somewhere.
Karaoke.
Anyway, but it didn't have to be that close. I think his younger sister was injured today. If she was in that lineup, guaranteed it wouldn't have been a close game. That Carlin Verkoki, she's a player too.
Caitlin.
Anyway.
Karaoke.
Okay, good. Whalers, my pick. Verkoki kids, they're going to take it all the way.
All right, well, playoffs. So, the end of the playoffs, somebody gets to take home the Sanders Cup, and it's a huge deal for the kids. It's also a big deal for the school as well and the staff. You want to tell us a little bit about the Sanders Cup?
Well, you know, I've been around hockey a long time. And I knew that young Kathy Sanders, she was a fighter, she was a player, she was a good athlete. Really good athlete. If you kids could be like her, oh boy, I tell you, she was a hockey player. Tough! Tough. But played by the rules and respected everybody. You know what? That's why we named this trophy after her.
Absolutely. Life cut short in a tragic car accident. But, like you said, incredible athlete, great leader, and an even better person.
God bless.
Ron and Don, Coach's Corner.
And we're here. And we're here right after Coach's Corner. Mr. Norino and Mr. Stansfield getting ready to call the Wheat Kings and the Stealth. Two really fantastic teams that have been coming into their own after the second half of the season here, Mr. Stansfield. What do you think is going to be the key for the Stealth to actually score any goals on the Wheat Kings? They're pretty low in the standings.
Well, you know, they've got to get it deep. They got to keep working the cycle and just keep digging away, and eventually they're gonna get one.
Got Barrett Edinburgh here with a puck. He's third or fourth, I think, on the year's goal scoring records. Got Landon Friesen playing goal for the Wheat Kings once again, and you've got an under the weather Quinton Damon, and that's the result of the first snapshot of the game from Barrett Edinburgh, and he scores.
What a rocket!
Absolutely, he's as the youngest member ever of the league when he came in in grade 5. He's really had quite an influence on any team he's played on, and he doesn't spend a lot of time on the bench when it's between shifts. He likes to be on the floor all the time.
Well, he's a great athlete. I know in basketball he's the same way. He always wants to be on that court.
Behind the net, we've got looks like Andrew clearing the puck there. That was Brandon Gustafson, possible rookie of the year this year. And Luke takes it out behind the net and clears it again. Pretty shaky camera work.
It's going to be hard to score with Brandon back on the point there.
Absolutely. There's a big shot, goes wide of the Wheat Kings net, trying to keep it in there. No dice. Big shot, and Quinton kicks it out, goes into the crowd. Luckily, Mr. Norino is there to keep things going.
He's, trick of all trades,
That's right. Calling the game and videotaping and giving instructions to the audience all at the same time. That's right. So we've got a face-off here deep in the Stealth end, and Quinton goes for the cover. So let's talk a little bit about what was mentioned on Coach's Corner this afternoon, Mr. Stansfield. Your thoughts on Don's choice for the winners of the Sanders Cup this year? He's picking the Whalers. What do you think?
Well, I mean, the Whalers look good this year. It's you have Team Success, who everyone thinks is going to take it for sure. So it's bold. It's a bold prediction for sure.
Bold prediction. Gained a lot of ground in the second half of the season. Dancing around third and fourth. Oh, and that one goes in.
What? See, there's the grinding that I was talking about. Although wrong team, but there's what I'm talking about.
That was a squeaker. Just kind of trickled through. Talking to Quinton before the game, feeling a little bit sick to his stomach. Suiting up, albeit his illness, and really trying to keep his team in the game. Good on you, Quinton Damon. Or as Mr. Skillen would say, Hollywood Quinton Damon. Playing good between the pipes here today. Landon Friesen goes to cover that puck up, but it just gets away from him.
I'm always impressed by that Landon Friesen. Another good athlete, but he's looking good today in goal.
Absolutely. That one just goes over the net. I think he thought that one caught the twine. Just went over and rattled the net above the top of his cage. Behind the net there, we've got, looks like Raleigh. Trying to get that puck out of there. Big shot, big save by Quinton. Oh, wow, look at Brandon Gustafson diving for that puck to keep it in the stealth zone. Big shot by Big Al. Goes for the cover-up. Oh, and he plays the puck dangerously behind his own net.
He needs to freeze that. There's no way that he should be giving up that ball.
No, and I think with a 2-goal pad here, he definitely needs to play a little bit smarter. They're the third-place team in the league. For a time, they were second. It's really tough to keep a team. What? Oh, I didn't even see that. Who's filming here? That's pretty rough. But that puts the Stealth on the board. Definitely think.
They may still be scared. The camera crew may still be scared from last week's incident with the camera.
A little bit gun shy, but that was Alex. Big Al Wojtowicz with his first of the game. And the first Stealth goal in many, many moons. Wheat Kings trying to get rid of it there. 2 goals by Barrett Edinburgh so far. Only about a minute left in the game.
I sure like the way the Stealth are attacking. They're really attacking that net, and it's going to pay off.
Yeah, and if Quentin can keep this up, if Quentin, like he just covered it up, and we've got another face-off in their end, if he can get control of that puck and he can intimidate, never mind. Brandon Gustafson. 3-1.
Little celebration there.
A little bit less than 20 here. Could be looking at the Wheat Kings going up 1-0 in the series. That would make all top-seeded teams so far in round one winners of the game one. We've got 5-game series in all. There's another snipe. There's a hat trick by Barrett Edinburgh. Somebody's hat. Get ready to throw it. Are they going to do it? And there's a hat.
You have to throw your hat. I mean, if somebody gets a hat trick, your hat should be off your head and go directly.
Well, thanks for joining us. I've been Mr. Norino.
And I'm Mr. Stansfield.
Have a great week.